Hi there, Total Wines and More. I'm Dino Altomare, Director of Education for Banfi Vintners. Thanks for taking a few minutes to talk about some of the beautiful wines from our portfolio. Since our founding in 1919, Banfi, under the leadership of the Mariani family, has become synonymous with pioneering regions and quality wines that focus on sustainability, research, and education, and offering luxury across every price point. With our third generation of family leadership, Cristina Mariani May, our proprietor and CEO, she is a steadfast champion of luxury wine and hospitality and continues to be recognized for her efforts in a holistic approach to sustainability with the solitary goal of contributing to a better wine world. Very shortly after establishing the Castello Banfi winery in Montalcino, we looked slightly north to the historic regions of Chianti and Chianti Classico, which represent what is probably the most well-known winemaking region in Italy, even if it is a little bit misunderstood. With a vision to elevate Brunello di Montalcino, the decades of research undertaken on Sangiovese revealed great new potential for Sangiovese-based wines elsewhere in Tuscany, such as Chianti and Chianti Classico. Right in the center of Tuscany, between Siena and Florence, the wines of Chianti and Chianti Classico are what I like to call some of the original red blends. What many people don't know is that Chianti and Chianti Classico are actually two distinct and completely separate regions. As with many historic winemaking regions throughout Italy, smaller areas had to expand as demand and therefore production grew. And as you see throughout the country, anything that says Classico refers to the original or historic growing region of that particular area. So similarly, Chianti Classico is that original small zone from which the larger Chianti zone grew. Now with that, these two zones do have differing requirements. The larger Chianti zone requires a minimum of 70% Sangiovese and allows for up to 10% white grape varieties, whereas Chianti Classico requires 80% Sangiovese at a minimum and forbids the use of any white varieties. Similarly, yields and aging requirements differ in each zone. Banfi's Chiantis are emphatically the category leaders and have been since our winery's founding in 1978, meaning that your guests will not only recognize the name, but trust it. Our style is one which looks to honor tradition while still taking a slightly more modern approach. For example, we tend to blend much higher portions of Sangiovese than is required by law, as we believe this delivers the most authentic experience of this Tuscan region. However, we also aim to provide a more balanced profile with rounded and luscious fruit we get from the indigenous grapes, as well as Cabernet Sauvignon, while still delivering that structure and power we expect from Sangiovese. Our Banfi Chianti Classico vineyards sit in the heart of the region in Castellina and Chianti, and in accordance with the denomination, our Chianti Classico ages for a minimum of 12 months before release. To keep a fresher style, the wine is in large French oak casks for only about 4 months of that year, with the remaining time spent in stainless steel and bottle. This delivers that balance and harmony of fruit and structure that we look for. This is just a classic pairing alongside any tomato-based dish, even fish, where the acidity of the tomato and the Sangiovese match each other just perfectly to allow other flavors of your dish to take center stage. And roasted poultry, veal, or cured meats dance on the palate with the lovely fruit character and tannic structure in this Chianti Classico. Our Banfi Chianti Classico Riserva undergoes an even more rigorous grape selection process, and after fermentation, ages for a minimum 24 months in accordance with the denomination. We choose to age this wine for around 15 months in a combination of large French oak casks and smaller French barriques, with the remaining time spent in bottle, much longer than the 3 months required by the DOCG, in order to achieve a more balanced, modern, approachable, and yet still cellar-worthy profile. A bit bigger in terms of palate, with richer, riper fruits and really elegant sweet tannins, our Chianti Classico Riserva will really elevate any roast, especially wild game, allowing the earthiness and nuttiness to really take center stage. Of course, tomato-based dishes and classic sauces like bolognese or any meat ragu will be a lovely match. Thank you for joining us to learn about our diverse and vibrant portfolio. From our house to yours, salute to a better wine world.